Good evening to all of you, and thank you for joining us on 13 Plus. I'm Mary Coleman. Let's dive right into our story this evening. As some of you know, April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and the number of men and women who will experience this in their lifetime is staggering. Now, one way in particular that women are encouraged to protect themselves is through self-defense training. As our national team found, there's one program where women face all kinds of scenarios, learn how to fight back, and get away.
According to the CDC, more than half of women and almost 1 in 3 men experience sexual violence in their lifetime. While the CDC first recognizes the need to stop perpetrators of sexual violence, one of its approaches to prevention is empowerment-based training or self-defense training. One class in Nashville is giving women the tools to fight back against sexual assault.
Reporter Holly Thompson shows us how the program is creating more than a sense of safety.
It's not your normal self-defense class. This is Aggressor Night, where women of all ages and sizes face real-life scenarios, learn how to fight back, and get away.
Where you going? Come here. Come here. Come here. Where you
It's
going?
all part of the
Where you going?
6-week
Come here.
Rape Aggression Defense Course, also known as RAD, that involves awareness, prevention, and self-defense techniques.
I'll throw an elbow like this. So, boom, just like that. If I get really close to you,
Taught by Sergeant Jason Hurley and Master Patrol Officer Caitlin Adams with MTSU Police.
We want them to keep going, keep fighting, do whatever they have to do by any means possible to make sure that they go home when it's all said and done.
Sadly, more women may need this training. Numbers from the Bureau of Justice Statistics show an increase of 352 sexual assault offenses in Tennessee from 2021 to 22.
I was ultimately just terrified with the things that happened that I decided I needed to make a drastic change.
You're going to just reach back to the middle of your shoulder blades.
Terry Glass escaped a violent relationship and discovered RAD.
I'm going deep past his grip so I can violently rip his hands downward.
Now she's teaching others self-defense at Nashville Krav Maga.
I know how much it has completely turned my life around in a 180 in the way I feel about myself, that I 1000% want to help people.
What's your message for women watching this story right now?
I don't care where you are in life, train, because it's never too early. You don't want to wait until something happens to decide that now you're going to do something about it.
Nothing's 100%, but at least they have something to fall back on and to use, and that could potentially save their life.
You just heard how the class made women feel safer, but are they safer? A study from the University of Oregon says yes. Sociologist Jocelyn Hollander surveyed a group of female college students who took a 10-week self-defense training course and a group who did not. She found women who did not take the class experienced sexual assault at a rate more than twice the women who did take the class. And none of the women who took the class said they experienced rape. Hollander notes the study was designed to empower women. She adds, a woman's ability to defend herself doesn't mean she's responsible for stopping violence. According to the CDC, more than
Sorry about the little technical difficulties there. Switching gears now, we want to bring in meteorologist Corey Kowitz for a look at what's going on out there. Corey, I was so excited. I thought this weekend was going to be warm and sunny, pool time.
I know, it was a tease because today was just awesome, right?
It was.
Finally felt like spring. It really has been cool, right? Old man winter's kind of trying to stay along here. It was beautiful today, though. A little windy, right? A little windy, and that is a little bit of a sign that we're going to have those winds picking up, a little system coming through. Tomorrow will be the main event for those winds, so that's why we have a wind advisory for tomorrow. So that'll be tomorrow morning through the evening hours out west. So when I say out west, I mean the western portion of where you see that tan. So that includes much of Pima County, a little bit of Santa Cruz and Pinal County. That's where they'll have 25 to 35 sustained winds, gust up to 45, but out east, so that is a lot of Cochise County, a little bit of Santa Cruz, and Graham and Greenlee County to the south and east of Tucson. they could see gusts up to 55 miles per hour. All right, so let's track it out now with our future winds here. Right now, still pretty gusty, but then those winds will really start to pick up by the late morning hours. Here's a projection around 10 o'clock, already seeing 20, 30, and even 40 mile per hour gusts region wide, really peaking during the afternoon or maybe even early afternoon hours. A projection around 1 o'clock has winds gusting near 40 miles per hour in Tucson, 45 miles per hour in Green Valley, and 50 miles per hour in Sierra Vista. And listen, I mean, look at that, 9 o'clock for your evening, still pretty gusty, not quite as gusty, but seeing more 20, 30 mile per hour gusts rather than those 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts you were seeing in the afternoon. The reason why is we're having a system moving on through right now over California that will move over Arizona to the north. Scattered showers possible later in the day through the evening tomorrow. Best chance for seeing that rain region wide will be overnight, but you can see well to the north that low pressure will be to our north, but enough to really compress those isobars, really get those winds going, and then out of the way by the time we get to Saturday. Well, here's a projection for that rain in a little more detail. You can see a little bit of scattered shower activity in the afternoon tomorrow in Maricopa County and Phoenix, and out west there, mostly Yuma County, a little bit in Pima County. We'll see a little bit of that action move east by the evening hours. Very low chance of seeing those scattered showers there in Tucson. Best chance will be in the overnight hours. Here's a projection for 1 a.m. where you can see those scattered showers and high elevation snow. But then by the time we do get to the morning hours tomorrow, everything will be out of the way. Chances for that rain mainly to the north. Low rain chances at a 30% chance for Tucson tomorrow night, up to a 40% chance in Oracle. Best chance is up to the north and east. But the main thing will be those winds, and it's why we have a first alert action day tomorrow with those strong winds gusting 45 to 55 miles per hour region wide. So strap down or bring in those loose objects tonight, as well as the blowing dust with that wind. Could create low visibility, so you want to slow down and pull over and turn those lights on. Especially, it does seem that I-10 always gets those gusty winds as well as the blowing dust there. So, traveling I-10, you're around Wilcox and Cochise County, be aware of that. And the scattered showers, more of a secondary concern tomorrow night, mainly to the north, which could create some puddling and slick roads, so be aware of that. All right, now let's segue again to how wet it's been to start 2024. Look at that, 5.3 inches just about. The normal is 2.3 inches. That's over double you normally see through this time this year. And look what it's done here to our drought. Check it out. Beginning of the year, we were really struggling with those drought conditions, but you can see how we've really eroded at a lot of those drought categories here. Looking a lot better now with the latest release of our drought monitor. With the very wet start to the year we've had, we do have a long way to go, though. Another thing to talk about. I'm not done yet, guys, all right? Hard freeze watch. Like I said, Old Man Winter doesn't want to go away, right? We now have not just a freeze watch, but a hard freeze watch, which means hours on end it can dip below a good bit below 32 degrees. And this will be Saturday night through Sunday morning, wherever you see that blue. So that includes the valley areas of a little bit of Pima County, of Santa Cruz County, Cochise, Graham, and Greenlee counties, where temperatures get down to 27 to 31 degrees. You can see that, right? Look at that, Wilcox. These are the lows, again, I'll add Saturday night into Sunday morning, so in the future here. 27 degree lows in Wilcox. That could create a hard freeze. 31 in Douglas, 29 in Benson, 35 Sierra Vista, 33 in Nogales, all in and around that freeze mark there, especially in a place like Wilcox, get down to 27 degrees. So practice the 4 Ps of a freeze. That is people, pets, pipes, and plants, right? You want to keep your pets bundled up. Food indoors, check in on the elderly and vulnerable people. Pipes, make sure to open them. This is a good tip. Open them to expose them to heated air, and plants, if needed, cover them up and or bring them inside. And that's going to create quite a weather roller coaster. All right, 55 degrees to start off your week, 25 degrees below average. Really incredibly cool for this time of the year. But today, right, like Mary said, 85, 4 degrees above average. And then on Saturday, with that system moving through, like Mary just got looking at her phone. She's like, what? Oh my goodness, 63, right? She was not happy about that. No. So yeah, all right, a little cooler tomorrow with the wind. First alert action day. We have slight chances for rain moving in Friday night And on Saturday, a very cool day. Saturday night with those cool temperatures. Into Sunday morning, we have a first look action night because of the heart freeze watch for a large portion of the area. And here's another thing, right? We'll look at our eclipse. On Monday, partly cloudy and breezy, right? I mean, you don't really care about the temperatures as much and the wind. You want to see the cloud cover. And it looks like partly cloudy, right? Cloud cover is a little hard to predict here, especially 4 days out. But we are watching for iffy, right? Could be better. But still, high-level clouds. So we'll see if we have good viewing conditions for that. We'll keep you updated.
All right, Corey, thank you very much. Well, we will leave you with a live look of that Tucson sunset. Always a stunner. Hope you're having a great evening, and we hope to see you on 13 News Live at 10 for more of your local news and weather. Have a good night.